Hello and welcome back to the Human Sunshine Podcast. I am your host, Sunny Woodall. I am so excited to introduce you to one of my girls. This is Shante. Hello, Shante.
Hello.
We are so excited to be here today and share stories of just our little tribe that we built and our kids growing up together and the struggles that we deal with together, and just be like real talk for moms out there who probably deal with the same struggles that we do. They may not talk about it, but we talk every day, all day, pretty much. We communicate about what's going on in our kids' lives, and I think that's really important. So thank you for coming here today.
Thank you for having me.
I'm like so excited to have you on. My kids were so excited you were coming today. I'm like, Shantae's filming today.
They got so excited, my girls. They're
Did
like,
they?
Oh my God, you're going to Sunny's podcast?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Mom, we need to tune in.
Yes.
They're like, where's it at?
Yes. When we came to Orange County, or back to Orange County rather, you were like one of the first, I think, families that we met. Yeah. And the kids and I, at that time, we didn't have like a huge community around. And so it was like, the kids like clung on to each other. And then when I met you, I was like, oh, this is like in the bag. Like,
it was so great.
It was so easy and so seamless.
It flowed. It was fun.
Yeah. And then like to see how you operate as a mom, and we share similar values in these things. And I feel like we really do, like you always say this, that it's always about like the betterment of the kids.
Absolutely.
Like no matter what. It's like we're doing what's right for these kids no matter what.
Exactly.
So go ahead and tell the viewers like your backstory.
I have three daughters. Sorry. I'm thinking about the girls like being close to Gia, but I have three daughters, Kashmir, Kaylee, and Khaleesi, and they're 10, 9, and 3. Yep. And I just want to say as well, like, when we met you and you guys came into our lives, it was definitely like a good community, and it just flowed so well.
Yeah.
And we love your guys' kids so much. It's like a family, honestly. Like
it is
a crew. When we get together, it just makes sense, and it's seamless.
Seamless.
Me,
it really is.
It's just like, and we always come together and talk it out and get everything done with these. Like if they have any disputes or anything, we always come together, and that's what happened with Ryder and the girls when they had like, they were text messaging and they had a dispute. And of course, Mom had to like read through the text messages. I don't like the invasion of privacy, but sometimes you have to because you have to know what's going on. So
I loved how you explained that to Ryder last night. Because you had explained it to me that you went through the tablet and read, and you explained to Ryder, an 11-year-old, you're like, I don't want to like get into your business, but sometimes as a mom I have to.
Absolutely. Like, I'm so glad he's such a cool kid. You're doing so well because he just listens to me, and he's so articulate. Like he understands everything I'm saying too. So it's like I don't have to do layman's terms with him. I just let him know, hey, I don't want to invade your privacy, but something was going on, so I felt like I needed to, and I just wanted him to feel like how we feel about him is that we love him and we want him to come around. So when he stopped coming over to the house, because let's be honest, they always come to the house, and my kids always go to their house. We do. We like co-parent. To be honest with
We're
you.
like
it's
co-parents.
like if I didn't have her, I don't know what I would do.
100%.
She is so great. Her family's so great, and
100%.
so when he stopped coming over, I'm like, where's my guy? Like I miss him. He's like my bonus son. You know what I mean? Because I have all girls.
Yeah.
So it's great, and he's so laid back, and he's just the chillest one out of all four of them. Oh my God, the girls are drama. So when he was upset, it upset me. Yeah. And so I was like, let me check in with Sunny and just see, like, feel where Ryder's coming from, like what happened, And I don't mind correcting my children and letting them know when they're wrong and how to go about it so they can correct, amend our relationship, because it's about accountability. I want to teach them at a young age too. Yeah. Like if you hurt someone you love, you take accountability, and this is our good friends, and they love us, and they always are around, and we do so much with them. Like this is somebody that you need to take accountability for and be like, hey, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, So when I was reading the text messages, and Ryder was articulating himself very well as far as why he was upset, what you did, like, and my girls were not picking up what he was putting down. That's what I say. Yeah. So I wanted to, when I broke it down to Kaylee, she was like, oh, oh, I didn't know, I'm sorry. And I was like, he didn't do anything wrong. He wasn't attacking you. He wasn't calling you names like you guys were to him, which wasn't right. And he's owed an apology, and so she did apologize. And then the Kashmir thing, I didn't really know, but we also know how my daughter is, Cashmere. She can kind of be like,
she's like, yeah,
like be aggressive
bosses,
sometimes, you know, and like sometimes it's great and sometimes it's too much, where it's like, that was unnecessary. You know what I mean? You can communicate in a different way how you feel and not being so defensive, in other words, because I feel like she is sometimes like defensive.
That's how she is.
So you know,
how did you, like, going through your life, like how did you become this kind of mom? You're so on their level at times, like to get on that level but still be the mom, and they're still scared of you, by the way. I know they are. But how did you become that? How did you find that kind of strength in there?
To be honest, my mom was very, like, she communicated with me very well when I was younger. So she always would, like, break it down in layman's terms for me to understand. So I didn't grow up with, like, a parent that was, like, kids are out of sight, out of mind, or, like, you know what I mean? Like, how they're feeling doesn't matter. My mom always made me feel like my feelings matters. Yeah. And so I want my kids to feel like that as well. And so that's why all these different personalities with the kids, they're different people. So it's like you have to treat them differently. They're not going to all respond to one like level of like parenting. So I just try to like get to know them, you know, watching them and seeing how they interact, and then just getting on their level and talking to them and see where that goes, you know, and let them know that their feelings are heard, their voice is heard, and then correcting them in a positive manner instead of being like negative or rough on them, because that normally for any human, it will shut them down, like yelling, you know what I mean, or too much yelling. I'm not saying like I don't yell at all, but it takes like levels to get to there, because I don't feel like that's the first go-to. You know, they're still children. They're learning. They've only been here 9-10 years on this earth, so it's like I just try to remember that, how I would want to be treated and heard, and then, you know, go from there. And I love them, honestly. I love being around my kids. I feel like that's another part of it, being a mom. It's like I love parenting. I chose to have children, so I want to like spend time with them, build core memories, and then just have them laugh when they laugh.
It's the best thing ever.
Oh my gosh, it just warms my whole heart.
It does.
So that's the thing that I try to do with them. I mean, it has its difficulties, you know, ups and downs. Sometimes we don't communicate the best, but I know I think as a parent, I learned that I'm not always right, you know what I mean? And maybe how I came off was too aggressive or too assertive. So I don't mind apologizing either, and letting them know, hey, I'm not perfect. And, you know, I'm still learning as well, but I'm still your mom. I just want you to be a good adult. At the end of the day, I'm raising a good
That's what we
adult,
always say. We're just trying to raise, like, good humans here. Like, and we do, both of us, like, really convey that to all 5 kids. Like, our job is to try and build better humans here. This is what we're doing. And I do feel like you're very good at hearing them out. So it shows. You definitely, that's a part of your parenting, you know, and I think it's so important when we have, I mean, it's easy because we have the both of us, you and I, but it's like the personalities are so different.
Yeah, they are.
All of them, including the baby.
Yeah.
So it's like the dynamic can change from 1 hour to the next. Easily.
In a minute.
And so we take the time to really hear each child.
Like you say, redirect. And you're such a good mom too. Like, and I feel like we parent not the same, but a lot alike. You know what I mean? Like we pick up each other, like what we're saying, and totally understand it. And if we don't, we communicate so well, which I just think just flows with us. And I feel like you have to have that. You have to have a sense of community. She's my village. So it's like, she's mine. I know that she has my back, and having someone that has your back and also loves your children as much as you do, and you know when you drop them off with them, they're safe, they're fed, they're taken care of, and they're having fun. It makes you like so whole inside, so you're able to go to work, you're able to go run errands or whatever you need to do, and know that your kids are perfectly okay. And that's golden. That's like priceless. You know what I mean? As a mom. So I just am so thankful for you, because you're such an amazing person. And like I said, with the Ryder situation, like I just wanted him to know, like, I want you to come back over, and the girls are not mad, and we love you.
I loved that.
And I just wanted him to feel welcome.
And he did, girl. He did. You couldn't see it because it wasn't FaceTime, but he was smiling. He was trying to act super thug on the phone. Like he was like, okay.
I love him.
But he, I'm telling you, I was watching him, and I was smiling so loud because he was just like,
thank you.
Okay. And I said, and then he said, did you tell her to call me? I said, no. I said, but I text her, like, can we call you? You know, because I knew that coming from you, I knew that he would understand and you explained it exactly the same way you did to me.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's just, again, we really, we're super, super present in our kids.
Absolutely.
Like in the conversations and what's going on. It seems like you and I are very present in whatever is going on, and it shows that it's very important to both of us. And always it's like this thing where the kids try to set us up all the time. Like, hey, Shante said we're gonna go here or there, and I'm like, this is setup. Because I'm gonna call Shante right now and make sure. And I hope that other moms have that type of community, and it's so important.
It's like, so important.
Like you said, it's just, there's no question. Like, I know if I call you, I'm going to get the answer or whatever it is. Like,
and we're typically always on the same page, which I feel like is so rare too. Our banter is great. We're just on the same page. You don't always find that. I love it. It's my favorite thing.
It is.
I feel so blessed to have it.
Do you feel like there was a time, at all, like going through being like motherhood, where you maybe didn't have that kind of community or that sense of like what we have now as like a village? Did you feel that? And like, how different was that then?
Absolutely. I had a time when everything fell on me and everything was so hard, so hard to do. Like, I tell viewers, like, before you have kids, make sure you have help, because I didn't have help.
Right.
And I had 2 kids back to back. I had basically like Irish twins, and it was just the pickups, the drop-offs, the long nights, no sleep, still having to get up and go to work and get ready and put a face on when you get to work, and you're exhausted. You're just drained, and you're also like, am I failing as a mom? Like, I have no outside helps for pickups and drop-offs, or even babysitting. And then the person babysitting, are they safe with my children? Are my kids getting like are they learning to do the ABCs because they were younger at this time? You know what I mean? Like core things, that milestones I'm trying to look for that they're getting. I just had all this like mom guilt of like, am I doing enough? Am I able to like give them like the life that they want? And I wasn't able to. It was really hard for me. Like, I was at a time in my life I had no car, and so I had to get rides with 2 kids. And it was just like, I went through this really, really hard struggle. That's why I do appreciate you now, because, and it's like in the morning time, it's getting ready for school. You get them up, make breakfast, get them dressed, but you're also trying to get yourself dressed.
Also,
and make sure that you have a good energy and good vibe. Yeah. I'm human too. Sometimes I'm grumpy. And then I have 3 daughters. So they're all, you don't know how they're going to wake up. In other words, one could wake up great, one could be sassy. And I have to deal with the chaos and try to actually like, get on. That's probably how I learned how to juggle it, is get on their level and let them know, hey, I understand you're upset right now, but we have to get to school. You can't scream and holler. You're gonna have to put this outfit on and put your shoes on and get to the door, because at the end of the day, like, I have to get you there on time, otherwise I'll get in trouble for the tardies. And then they'll be calling me, and I'm like, I'm doing everything I can, but also make sure they have breakfast, their homework. Did we do homework last night? Then it's like
are you wearing matching shoes?
Yes.
Like, what?
I mean, imagine you're at work and they're calling you, go, oh, your kid is sick, you have to come pick them up, and you have nobody to pick them up.
I know.
Those times are hard. And then the times when you do pick them up after work, you're drained. And then you also have to go home and make sure they have a balanced meal. Sometimes it would be ramen if I needed to.
They love it though.
I do feel like your mental as a mom is so important too. So I feel like there shouldn't be mom guilt if sometimes you just get them something in their belly, mac and cheese, some ramen, anything, and they're like comfortable, then okay. Then that makes your life easier. And I think there was hard times like that where it was I could barely make it through the day.
Girl, that is like
the night,
serious real talk though. Like right now, like this is so important for viewers to like know, because like it's real. And sometimes like, yes, it is a box of mac and cheese, or it is like Dino's. Okay. Or it's what, and by the way, it's not a lot. Like it's whatever we can do when we can do it. Like, because our minds as moms are going on the next thing that we have to do, or tomorrow morning already. And so doing what we're doing now sometimes is like, this is what we're doing. And it's going to be okay. It's always like, okay, because at the end of the day, what we're really doing is instilling like morals into our kids and like getting them where they need to be and showing them
it's okay too, because they're fed at the end of the day. They have something in their belly.
They're fine.
And then get them in the bath, and then homework. So 3 different homeworks or 2 different homeworks. Nobody wants to listen. You got a kids got to keep the baby occupied. So she has like, what's it called? Coco Melon on, and then you're trying to also read with them, and then you're also trying, like, one's doing math, one's reading, and then they don't want to do it, and you're trying to, like, then I have to put my teacher hat on. You know what I mean? After a long day of doing already exhausting mom things and work things and other things, and just, there's, like, no time for yourself as a mom. That's why, like, when you're a single mom, it's so hard. So I want other moms to know, like, whatever, if you're trying, like, be proud of yourself, because it's so hard. You're doing the best you can, and your kid loves you for that, and that's all that matters. They're happy with you, and sometimes it's okay to sit down with them and, like, just cuddle up and just, like, let the housework go. Because, you know, like, I like my house tidy and stuff all the time, but sometimes it doesn't happen. You know what I mean? Well, I can't keep up. The laundry piles up. Like, it's just hard when you're a single mom and when you're trying to do everything by yourself and you don't have a village to call on, or just little things. You know what I mean? Hey, can you pick up? That's why I'm so grateful for you, because even when I'm, like, at work, I'm stuck at home doing laundry or whatever I'm doing, and you call me and you go, hey, girl, do you mind if I pick up the girls for you? Huge help. Yeah. I'll just bring them home and get them ice cream. I love it. But it means, like, like hurdles to me, because it's huge to me, because that just made me, like, it's almost like a breath of fresh air, like, or like, I can relax my shoulders. You know how you're, like, tensed up and you're like, oh my God, I have to get this done. And I know a lot of moms, like how you said, we think, like, 10 steps ahead of what we're doing at the present time to like make sure everybody stays on track. It's great. It's honestly such a, like I said, a breath of fresh air. And your name's Sunny, and I feel like you bring in sunshine to my life, because I was by myself for a lot of times, seriously, like, where I didn't have any of that. So I definitely understand, you know, the struggle, and it's and I definitely am grateful for the help.
And it is hard when you don't have that community. We didn't have it either when we got there, and that was really difficult, especially coming from the big community that we had. And then it was like, you know, we're in a different city now, and even though I know some people, it was like we really had to, like, rebuild. So having you and the girls is like even your parents. I'm like, I love your parents. Like, just having that light and just good vibe. And I knew, like, this girl, she is, like, rad, and these kids are great. Like, and once the kids started getting together, it was like it was seamless. And I tell my kids all the time, like, don't mess up, because me and Shante aren't going to fall out. Like, we're never going to fall out. Like, so funny. So keep this together, you know?
It's like I fight for everything to stay together. Because kids fight over simple things too, which is just like, the squishies are all the rage right now. Oh my gosh, I don't know if you guys have that, but it's everywhere.
It's everywhere, all I want. And it's squishies, too much.
And then they pop. 2 minutes,
and they pop.
Or the next day, I spent $60, because each one of my children wanted one. We went to 7-Eleven, got the squishies, and they all popped the next day.
I mean, I told Gia yesterday, like, girl, I cannot. She has an entire backpack today full of squishies, and then they're, like, trading them at school, and I'm like, is there no teacher, like, putting a stop to this, because I will. Like, I can't handle it anymore. It's like, it's too much, and it's always going to be something like that. Like,
the next fad. It was the Lulus before that.
Then it's
and they're $50 a piece.
It's too
much.
And
then they're just, like, you know, on the floor, they're in the toy box, and I'm like, okay, next time. For me, it's like, I need to save my money. I tell the kids now too, especially if they're popping it, and Kaylee especially. Kaylee's my middle child. She gets so mad at me. She gets so mad. Mom, that's not fair. I'm like, you have, like, 20 squishies.
It's fair. It's, like, totally fair.
It's enough. And then when one pops, she cries. And I'm like, okay. Then the mom guilt comes in.
And I like that you brought that up, the mom guilt, because, like, it is such a real, like, feeling, and it's such a real thing. It's like we already have it. It's like innate in us. Okay, to you have this mom guilt, because we're not going to do everything right. Like, we're going to make mistakes all over the place, and that's just, once you're accepting of that, like, we're probably going to mess this up, like, at some point here. Once you can, like, accept that and realize, like, it really doesn't matter, like you said, as long as our kids are happy, fed, healthy, like, we're doing okay.
Like, and also there's 5 of them, right?
Right, between us.
Like 5. 5. We can't make them all happy. I'm going to tell you right now. Because it's like, as soon as we, you know, appease one, the next one is like, well, that's not fair. And so I feel like sometimes we can't win. And I do feel like teaching them too, that, you know, you can't always get your way at the same time. I teach the girls that too. It's like, what you have, sometimes what's wrong is wrong, and you have to just, like, sit with it. And then we'll move on for it. Because life goes on, you know, and a lot of things in real life too, like when bad things happen, you got to get through them, and it ends up being okay. So it's also teaching them the harder parts of like not getting your way, because a lot of, I mean, who doesn't want to get their way? Of course you want your way. It's about how you want it, how it's planned in your head. Like, I want this to go, so I'm a planner, so I like you know,
of course. And
I'm
you're
not a winger, so
you're very I know you're very good at telling me. Like, I've heard you tell your girls especially, and like I'm pretty sure that's the other thing. I always trust what you're gonna say to my kids, because I hear you say it to your kids, and I'm like, I trust everything like that you would say to my kids for sure. Like, you'll say some stuff like you'll just say it straight up, like, you're doing too much. You're doing too much. And so then, but then they get it. Like, then they're like, okay. And I tell my kids that now. I'm like, Gia's always, you know, I'm like, you're doing too much. Like this. And when Gia's like, this isn't fair, Mom. Now I'm like, life isn't fair. Like, now that I have gone through some straight up struggles, I'm like, girl, life is not fair. And the quicker you get that lesson, like, the happier you will be in life. And let me guide you. Let us help you. Because that's like, honestly, you and I feel like we are very much like, yes, we are like their moms, but we are for sure like trying to guide these kids in every direction possible and do the best that we can.
It's not always the good. You just bad, so we have to guide them through. Hey, you're not always going to get your way. And as much as like we do try to appease them and make sure they do get their way, I know, because I'm guilty. I do spoil my kids a little bit, but and I just gotta love them, you know. But it's just the reality of they're not going to always get everything they want, and then you have to get over it, you know? That's kind of where I'm at with the kids, too. You know what I mean? Like, you have to get over it, and then it's like, they do, though. They do. Like, they do. I have been, like, you know, letting them sit with it, because sometimes you have to let them sit with their emotions. Right. You know, especially when they have, like, tantrums or outbreaks, especially, like, Kaylee, like, she likes to, like, scream or, like, get mad and start, like, tantruming, like, screaming out. My thing now is like, okay, I understand, but you're gonna go in the room now, like safely in the room, not like in you know what I mean, but you're not gonna kill everybody's vibe because you're having a bad day, and you need to go like sit with your feelings for a second. I can talk to you about them, but if you need a minute by yourself, you can, because it will drain you. You know what I mean? And then you still have everything, other kids, yourself, your spouse, whatever you have to go through, and it's like, I can't give you all of this energy, especially when it's no big deal. Like, you're gonna have to get over it. And that's been working.
I think that does work.
She'll
sometimes
come out of the bedroom like 5-10 minutes, because they don't like to be in the room.
They don't want to be by themselves.
So, and she'll go, Mom, I'm sorry, you're right. You know what I mean? And I love that, because it's like, okay, you got to sit with your feelings. And that helps me a lot with like the disciplinary. I'm not the best disciplinary, but that helps me a lot with letting them know there has to be discipline. There has to be boundaries. There has to be guidelines of like, this is what I expect of you. This is, you know, to be well behaved, well mannered. I know you're gonna have your outbreaks, but in certain things, and if you're throwing a tantrum or you're just not listening to me, and I'm having to repeat myself 5-6 times, okay, then you're gonna have to like deal with like the consequence of it. And it's been working. Yeah,
I think I've seen. I mean, I honestly
calm down.
Yeah, like, listening to you talk, I'm just thinking like, I really do think that our kids, all of them, even the baby, I think they have all like very much matured in even in the last year, like, you know what I mean? I feel like they've really, and I think, you know, we can be a testament to that. Like, we really do get in there and, like you said, get on their level. And I don't know, you know, I don't know, thinking now, I don't know that I did that so much before when I had like these big businesses that like were such an undertaking, and, you know, I was still like present with them, but definitely now it's like, there's nothing that I don't.
You talk so well to the kids.
Do I? Because you just, that's another thing, Moms, like, you just never know what you're doing.
Also, as somebody else, like, sometimes like, it's when your mom's talking to you, you're kind of like, whatever, Mom, you know what I mean? Think so. Sometimes, but when, especially you said, my kids love Sunny, and I love that, you know what I mean? But if Sunny tells them, they listen even more, I feel like, so, and I love that too. But you do get on a personal level, and you do talk to them, I don't even say it like on their level, but they understand what you're saying, you know, and they take it in, they go, oh, okay, and they can look at themselves. I feel like that's huge, because there's adults nowadays that don't want to take accountability or look at themselves, or, you know, say they messed up, you know what I mean? They have to be right all the time. I don't understand that.
And that's the thing with us, is like, there's no judgment with anything. Like, we're gonna make mistakes all the time. We do. That's a huge thing for moms. You have to
make a safe space.
You have to make
kids.
Like,
because if they say something to you and you instantly just yell at them, and then like
it's over,
scream, they're gonna like clam up.
Yeah.
And they're not going to talk to you.
Nuh-uh.
And I always had a safe space with my mom, and I'm fortunate for that.
You are.
And so I thought it comes easy with me with my kids, where I'm just like, hey, like, you could talk about this with me when you're ready, because sometimes they're not either. You know what I mean? I just keep the door open.
Yeah, you're very good at that, girl.
I just try to. Thank you. I appreciate that, because this is also. There's no, like my mom used to say, there's no handbook to parenting. This is just like me. I'm winging it. You know what I mean? And just seeing what works and what doesn't. If something's not working, it's time to pivot. It's trying to do something else, because maybe that doesn't work for your kid. Like I said, some kids are receptive to yelling and they'll instantly straighten up, and some kids will like just shut down. And then once you see your kid, you know what I mean? Or you can just talk to your kids and tell them exactly A, B, and C what's wrong, and they'll correct themselves. It's just getting to know your kids. I feel like that nowadays. A lot of times we're more woke, and it's like, okay, there's just because they're children doesn't mean they're not they don't know their feelings, or they can't understand what you're saying. They're not human, in other words.
Exactly, but they still have feelings and they understand. I think
and some of the kids are smart.
They are so smart. Like, and I would say, like, your like Kashmir and then Gia, like, you know, those are our like real strong ones. Like, sassy, on the outside, like they're different to parent that way. Like, we don't meet them with, like, when Gia is angry or whatever, I cannot meet that with anger.
Doesn't work.
It does not work with her. And I used to think that was like, I could meet her with like this strict, that isn't the way with her. So it's taken time for even me to understand how to like find that other side and the sweet spot, which is, it's going to change too. It's going to evolve as she evolves.
It's so funny too, the aggressive ones, you can't meet with.
You cannot.
Being aggressive.
Heck
either.
No.
They're more sensitive inside.
They
to
are.
Be honest, the girls that are our oldest one. No, she is not your oldest.
But you would think so.
She would think so.
Yeah.
You know, and she's as tall as me.
She is as tall as me. Oh yeah, I know. That's what's scary. I'm like, I don't even know how to like.
Girl too, but they're super smart, and they definitely have like big attitudes. You know.
Yeah.
And so especially like with girls, I feel like it's like, oh God, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're already sassy. They're testing you. They're seeing stuff on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're seeing wrong things on YouTube. Like, I'll see videos, and it's like the kids are, like, disrespecting their parents.
Yeah.
And then they're laughing about it. And so I think they think that's normal. That's
right,
okay.
And it's not.
And so, like, I'll overhear, you know, because I'll be doing dishes, and they'll be in the dining room. So I'll overhear a video that they're watching. I'm like, you don't do that to your mom. You know what I mean? Like there was one video where she was disciplining them, and she was like, I'll call the cops on you or something like that. And I was like, you don't say that to your mom. Like, I never, ever.
Oh my God. No, like,
I would
when
get
are we
so
ever,
much trouble.
So much trouble. The things we get in trouble for,
I would never
you know?
even test my mom like that. And so, and they're laughing. The guy's laughing. And I'm like, you can't do that, you know?
Yeah.
But like I said, going back to like the girls with Kashmir and Gia, like they're more, you just have to get on their level and talk to them. Because I feel like with Kashmir now, she's gotten so much better, because she has that attitude where okay, mom.
Yeah.
But like anything, you know what I mean? And I'm like, see, I can't do that. We're not going to talk to your mom like that, you know? And then I'll be like, give me that tablet. And then she'll be like, oh my God, that's her world. You know what I mean? So it's like, once I give the tablet, it's like, oh, what do you need? I need the dishes done. I need you to do the
Girl,
you know, instead of like, you know, having to yell, now it's like, oh, I'll just take the thing you want most, and then we'll go from there. And it's been working.
It does work. It does work, and it's hard to do at first, but it does. It does, and you got to like stick with those consequences. Like I was gonna tell you, we were at a wedding this last weekend, and a 7-year-old, like the flower girl, was eating with us, and she's like family, but we don't see her often, and Gia's talking to me at the dinner table, and this little 7-year-old out of nowhere said, Gia, I don't think you should be talking to your mother that way. Girl, I was like, oh. And Gia was like, it checked my daughter so fast, like to the point where I cannot check Gia that way.
Yeah.
This little 7-year-old came out of nowhere and just had my back. And I said, thank you so much. Like, because I think they get so comfortable with us. And it's like, listen, like, I am your friend, you know, I am your friend, but I am your mother first. Yeah. Like, you don't disrespect me, even in private, let alone in public, you know? So I think like that's a balance, you know, balancing all this mom stuff is it's not easy, and you make it look very, very good, and you're beautiful and smart and fun, and the kids just adore you. So like honestly, Shante, I'm so blessed to have you in my life, and same with my kids, like they just adore you and the girls so much, and I am very happy that like on this like journey that we've had, that you have been like such a constant. It's like I couldn't have asked for a better tribe to walk this journey with. So
we do. I'm like, we don't play about Sunny. Okay? Like, girls, I always tell them, like, you know, like, we love you guys so much. It's
we
so
love
sweet.
you too.
It's been fun.
Yeah, it is fun. It is a lot of fun. Okay, girl, with all the mom stuff we have going on, what are like some like tips you can tell maybe viewers, or like what do you do personally to like take that time for yourself, even like mentally, physically, all the things, like you always look amazing, and what do you do? Thank you.
To be honest, I had to take a step back and figure out what I wanted, because I didn't know what I wanted at first when I had just Kaylee and Kashmir. But I do sourdough. I make sourdough. I love to bake, and I love to listen to my audiobooks. I put my audiobooks on when I'm baking, and then I love to work out. I feel like working out is such a big, like mentally and physical, like good for you. You know what I mean? Like I have to work out. It clears my mental. Otherwise, I just sit within it, just like boils over. Yeah. So working out clears my mind. Either Pilates, yoga, if you're lifting weights, or even if you're just walking like on the street, like don't underestimate walking. It's so good for you. And then finding like what makes you happy when you sit with yourself. Like, you know, of course, a maintenance day, of course, like if I want to get my nails done, you know, whatever, like that's of course. But, you know, the small things I can do just to step away, put my headphones on, listen to my book. And of course, like my eyes are on the kids, you know what I mean? But while I'm present for the kids, I can bake, and now they like to bake, and it just helps me balance for me, or like you know what I mean? Like you have to have that as a parent. Like you kind of lose yourself as a parent. Totally. So catch it and like remember, like you're still who you are. I'm still Shante. I'm still Sunny, you know? Like I need to find space for me, and don't forget to find space for yourself. You don't want to lose yourself and look up and be like, what happened, you know?
Oh my gosh. That's
definitely
like mind-blowing. It's like perfectly said. And I love that you said that, because it's so true. Like, and it's little things that we can do, like you said, while your eyes are still on the kids, you're still able to do these things, and finding things like that we can do while we're still present with our kids. Even like, that's so funny that you mentioned walking, because it's like, don't underestimate it. Like all you got to do is lace your sneaks up and get your ass outside, and like you'll be all right. Like just get some fresh air. You can take the kids with you. If you don't have a sitter, that's one thing you can do. That's right. I mean, if you can't, in the morning time, you know, early in the morning, if someone's still sleeping, your spouse or like mom, whatever, take that walk. You'll feel so good, even if you don't want to. Just do it. Take it. I swear, you'll come back and your endorphins are going. You're like, you feel good. You know, and I love that. I just feel like try to feel that, you know, keep that going. Once you get it, whatever it is that, you know, makes you happy, like keep going for that. I told Gia the other day, I was like, so, you know, I do yoga, and I've always done yoga, and I told her, I said, girl, I said, if there's nothing else you like remember that I told you in life, like do yoga for the rest of your life. And she's like, so good for you, because it's your mind and like your body and spirit. It's everything in there in 1 hour, and you're just on this like one mat, and like it's your own time and your own practice. And I just feel like yoga has always had some kind of like mental thing where you're like, you're practicing it for life too, and the same thing, you leave there and you're just like, I can tackle the world now. You feel good and you feel like you did something like so strong, and then like it builds like an inner strength in you, and for yourself, that's like, you can't feel everybody's cup if your cup is empty, you know what I mean? So you have to find something to fill your cup. And you can kind of feel it when you start to feel super drained. And you just don't want to do anything like that motivates you. So I'm so glad that like you have your niche to like get you back into, you know, into like Sunny and feeling good. It feels good, you know. Definitely would love yoga too. I do it at home, but you have to take me on your things. I know. So I can't wait. A hot yoga class, how fun. You know? Yes, it is very hot. It's very hot in there, but it's like, it's just the best feeling in the world. And like when you leave, it's just like, oh my goodness, you just literally feel like you could, that's the other thing I tell people too. Like, I feel like the moment, I know we all have to sit down, but I feel like the moment we like stop and just sit, like, I mean, sitting is fine, but then it's like, I don't know, sometimes I can take you over. It's like the tiredness. You know what I mean? Down. It almost like sets in more. I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, it's like, so sometimes I'm just like, let's just keep it moving. Like today, I actually like don't feel that great, like from the plane, I don't know, like a cold or something, but I'm like, you won't catch me sitting down. Yeah. Like I'm gonna, you know, just try and keep it moving. And I feel like our bodies like know what to do. You know, it's so funny. I love that you said that, because I feel the same way. I was like in clean mode, right? And like Aaron was like,
come sit down and like eat. And I was like, I can't. I absolutely cannot sit down. I'm in go mode, and let me be in go mode. That's and then once I like sit down, don't ask me for nothing, because I'm not getting back up. Oh my God,
I love that you understand that. That's exactly how I feel. Definitely don't ask me to come sit down and eat. Both of those things say stop and slow to me.
I'm gonna lay down, get comfortable. Nothing's gonna get done. And like in our states of like, because we have like help, but like we do everything.
But we do everything,
If I don't get it done, it won't get done.
It won't get done.
And it won't get done the way I
you
like
want
it. Oh my gosh, so I'm big on that. I'm sorry.
We are like so similar.
I'm like, that's not right. Let me rewatch it.
And then you have to redo it. And then, exactly.
So it's like, let me just direct somebody the whole time. Put this away. And then they don't do it. And they're crying. Oh, just go sit down.
Just go sit down. I got it. Mommy's got it. No problem.
Fine.
Oh, girl, I adore you so much. Like, you have no idea. Like, inside and out, adore you so much. Thank you for like making time to come here, because I know your schedule obviously is so crazy busy, and I'm so happy that you came here today.
Thank you for having me. This is such a beautiful thing. I'm so glad to come on. It was very fun. Thank you. You're the best.
You're the best. And I'm sure I'll see you later today, girl. Thank you. And thank you for watching the Human Sunshine Podcast.